issues worldwide. So that our Prime Minister has taken that stand. Accordingly, they are giving the policies. Coming to the our state perspective, if we comes to this one, Telangana has a vast solar potential compared to the some of the northeastern states. If we compare this one, Telangana has a vast solar potential with average solar radiation of nearly 5.5 kilowatt hour per meter square. For almost nearly 300 sunny days will be available for us. That is the most advantage for the Telangana state. Accordingly, our state government is also given full priority on this one, so that they have brought out one solar policy 2015. This solar policy that making provisions for the many facilities to utilize the solar energy, so that financial side and other policy side to utilize from the grid type programs. They are given so many benefits they have announced under that solar policy. So Telangana is high power intensive state in India. Almost with per capita power consumption nearly now is the 2036 units, whereas in if you compare to the 2012, that is only 1208 units per capita consumption. Now it has been reached to the 2036 units per capita consumption in Telangana state. Further, it coming to the total installed capacity, if we see renewable energy sources in Telangana state, nearly 25.02% energy mix of the total contracted capacity in Telangana state, which is majorly solar energy is a major contribution. Almost 4,300 megawatts as of now completed. Actually, at the time of 2014, when state was formed, that one only 72 megawatts. But after the formation of Telangana state, this government is giving much priority. They brought out the solar policy of 2015 also. Accordingly, the state has achieved nearly now is the 4,300 megawatts under solar. That too, this one also, if the solar power utilization also, the different prospects are there. We can megawatt solar power generation, and where power is not there, suppose in PVTG village, remote village is there off-grid is required. In the cities and urban areas, the solar net metering system. And other solar pump sets, wherever power is not available. There are so many options in there. Suppose in Telangana, if we take up this one, in suppose some of the ITD areas in Adilabad, Warangal district.
Hello, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, your audio is a little bit low, sir. I think speaker is very far away from you. Maybe the reason.
Okay. 1 minute.
Mic is very far away from you, maybe, I think.
Okay. Location. Hello.
Sir.
How it is now?
I think okay, sir. Little bit of okay, sir.
So I will continue somewhat this one. Currently, the total installed capacity of renewable energy sources in Telangana state is 25.02% of energy mix of the total contracted capacity. Is it okay now? My voice? Hello.
Sir, little bit low, sir, your voice. I think mic is still far away from you.
No. Actually, mic is very near to me only, but
some extra noise is getting added, sir. Maybe the room noise is getting added. So that is the reason we are unable to very slow. We are reading.
Okay, instead of this, I will do one thing from my mobile. I will
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will add in our mobile.
Yes, sir. You can switch on the mic in from the system, sir, and you can switch on the mic in your mobile.
Yeah,
Then
right.
audio will be good.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience from my side. This one, is it okay, sir? Now, please respond, somebody. Hello.
Hello, Harikiran ji, please inform sir that either it is audible or not. Actually, it is audible for me, but for students, it's low, they are saying. So,
Ma'am, you are audible, ma'am.
Okay.
Sir, please
Sir is-
once, sir.
Yeah. You please tell me now.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. This one come. Okay. Coming to this one, Telangana state, that government is giving much priority for giving by solar policy, so that in the after formation of the Telangana state, nearly from 72 megawatt to 4,300 megawatts we could add solar energy. So that this is also this TS Redco is so many ways this utilizing for the solar energy for the purpose of grid connected solar energy and off-grid power projects and the water heating programs, solar street lighting, solar lanterns, solar pump sets, solar concentrated thermal projects also. TS Redco is handling these projects and giving for the through MNRE, whatever that government of India is giving subsidies, that we are extending the programs. Further, it's coming to the Telangana aspects. Planning side, if we take this one, Telangana state is planning to add 8,437 megawatt in the coming 4 to 5 years to the existing capacity to meet the growing needs of the power demand under renewable energy, to realize the important role of sustainable powers in the Telangana state. So if we take up this one, this present under solar main program is solar rooftop program is going on. This one, this government of India is giving 40% subsidy under solar rooftop for domestic sector and group housing also, so that almost in every house where they can plan for their consumption. Suppose if they have 5 kilowatt, their demand is there, means they. Am I audible clear now? Is it okay now? Madhuchandrika?
Yeah, yes, sir. It is audible for me from the beginning, but Harikiran ji should tell because he's dealing with the students. He's with the students.
Please let them respond, somebody.
Okay, sir, please continue.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Under solar rooftop program, we are giving that TS EDCO is providing 40% subsidy to the every household. They can plan for whatever their consumption. Suppose if their consumption is more than 200 units per month, it is very economical to the every householder, because more than 200 units means that power bill come to the nearly for their house. Suppose if consumption is 200 units means 1200 to 1500 rupees expenditure will come per monthly, so that yearly that 20,000 rupees their annual power expenditure will be there. Suppose if we have that one, just only 2 kilowatt system is enough. It costs complete 1 lakh rupees. Out of 1 lakh, nearly that 40% subsidy means 40,000 rupees government of India is providing subsidy. For that system is coming for the 60,000 rupees, 60 to 70,000 rupees maximum. This depends on the site conditions of their rooftop. Only the thing is the requirement is shadow-free roof should be available and LCD connection is to be there. So that these issues also, because there will not be any off-grid system, that battery requirement is not required here. So that maintenance will be very free. That once system is installed, that works for the 25 years, next 25 years. That payback period will be just only for the 3 to 4 years. We will get the entire cost back this one. So that with that, this one from the, if we see the trend from the last 2-3 years, if we observe this in the initial, in the 15-16, we have started with just only 2 megawatts. Now it is coming to the every year 20 to 30 megawatts is adding to the state. Accordingly, that suppose if we take the Rajbhavan building, nearly, I think monthly that expenditure will come 10 to 12 lakhs per month expenditure. Now it's a zero billing. Like that MCR HRD Training Institute, if we observe that, nearly that has been reduced with the solar rooftop, nearly 10 lakhs every month bill is saving for them. Salaji Museum, court buildings, RTC bus stands, complexes. Like this, every government of institution we are planning to make their power bill is zero, so that our individual houses also we can make plan this one. Suppose if we say this, my house is there, I am having a 5 kilowatt system. Every month that generates 500 to 600 units. That what we do, whatever that generates daytime power, that will export to the grid. So night time, what we consumes that power, that we will get the import from the grid. So that at the end of the month, what they will see, how much energy we have exported to the grid and how much we got imported from the grid. So that the difference of the units only they will charge. Suppose example, I have exported the 500 units to the grid. I did consumption for the 550 units. So that first 50 units only I will get the bill. That is also will be in the slab wise in the first slab. So that my power bill will be almost zero like that. It can be planned like this. That government of Telangana government is giving by the support by solar policy. Apart from this one, under solar, where the power is not available, in suppose in very remote areas, PVTG village under the tribal areas, we are planning for the coverage of solar pump sets also. They are giving this one. For that, government of India is giving subsidy also. And solar lanterns program is there, solar street lights is there. Like this, almost 4,900 total RE share in the Telangana state is 4,951 megawatts have been total installed capacity. If we take this one, thermal power plants, hydel power plants, municipal solid waste power plants, all this coming 16,000 megawatts. 16,000 megawatts is the installed capacity in Telangana state. Out of which this nearly 5,000 megawatts is the only issue how to solve that issue. Accordingly, so that by MSW power generation plant was installed at the Jawhar Nagar, that is 20 megawatts is already running power plant. By generating 20 megawatt power plant, this one consumption was 1200 metric tons of the garbage directly is going to the burning. After burning, just only with the, that is also, that plant is also Almost in India, it is the technically highly efficient plant. Just only plumes will come out from that plant after burning the 1200 metric tons of the garbage also. Smoke will not be emitted, just only little bit plumes will come. So that like that. Again, we are planning for the another 100 megawatts in the Telangana, in Hyderabad GHMC around areas where TS Redco has given already in principle sanctions. Some of the plants are under construction also. Like this, municipal solid waste we are planning. Apart from that, industrial waste also. Industrial waste means this poultry litter waste, that through that biogas will be generated. From the biogas, that will be generation for the power also. Like this, totally nearly 5,000 megawatts is the renewable share in Telangana state after the formation of Telangana by 2014. That's because of the state initiatives. Now it's a good share of the 25% of the renewable energy share have been added in Telangana. This one by 2030, the Telangana government is planning to add another 5,000 megawatts of the renewable energy. Like this, with this approach, that government is planning to add RE share, particularly coming to the solar energy. Based on the government of India policies, that government is giving much priority. So that this is the main aspect of the Telangana state. Present that Telangana is also front runner in implementing of solar rooftop. Inform me that all that installed capacity of the solar in the state of TS stands at 270 megawatts, which includes domestic and commercial segments. Further, next one more program is recently Government of India has announced that PM Kusum scheme. PM Kusum scheme is meant for the agriculture purpose. Actually, solar power plants till now is the nationwide. How they are planning is they are identifying thousands of lands and solar parks they are taking up for power generation, megawatt scale power generation. But Telangana DISCOMs have planned this one very effectively without any adding in the upstream transmission. Every substation wise, they have identified the demand and what is the agriculture requirement, what is the daytime requirement. 9 hours daytime requirement they have planned this one because their sunlight will be available maximum daytime, and even though their state government has announced 24 hours supply for the agriculture purpose, that major consumption will be day generation. Suppose example, if we take up one substation that falls here, suppose 5 megawatts is requirement, means 5 megawatts under that substation will be identified the locations that has been announced to the farmers also to take up the program. So that one farmer is, suppose some farmer is interested to have the solar power plant to install that one, that because that NABARD is also extending the support with the 70% loan with the soft loan. So is coming to that DISCOMs are ready to procure the power, this one as per the as a priority. And to that, whatever generates that power within the substation, that will be utilized. So that what happens, whatever generates from the substation at that local level, that will be supplied to the local farmers only without exporting to the other substations. So that transmission lines can be avoided. Further transmission lines, we need not to take up the installation of the further transmission lines. That approach is going so. So accordingly, that's 500 megawatts throughout the state in Telangana that TS Redco is having planned to take up the solar power projects. These are the main aspects for the benefit of the farmers and the benefit of the industry and the benefit of the present demand to meet for the Telangana state that government is planning to add by 2030 another 5,000 to 7,000 megawatts exclusively from solar. Apart from solar, there's also having every municipality wise also municipal solid waste management. Apart from municipal solid waste management, that power generation also has to be generation.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, madam.
Your face is totally vanished. You should literally come up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, sir.
Apart from solar photo generation from the solar photovoltaic, there's government is giving much priority from the municipal solid waste also, because that is also multiple benefits for the ecosystem. Because there's the to meet the challenge of the municipal solid waste is the main challenge for the any municipalities, urban local bodies. So that we have a plan to utilize effectively to avoid the landfill areas also, so that by every municipality we are planning for 5 to 6 megawatts in every municipality by using the garbage also. These are the major plans of the TS Redco for under renewable energy. These are the things. Further coming to the energy conservation. TS Redco is a designated agency for the apart from, because to meet the demand, increasing the demand day to day, to meet this one action plan. First of all, energy efficiency, whatever in the place of to utilize the energy efficient bulbs and energy efficient BLDC fans, and like that pump sets, everything is the managing the energy efficiency is also plays major role. TS Redco is making plan this one, save the energy at one side, and at the other side making action plans for the utilization of the alternative energies. And recently that government of India is driving for the EV in the transport system also, EV ecosystem. So the TS Redco is also planning this one in GHMC area to establish electric vehicle charging stations. Under FAME 2 is the 118 charging stations, and public-private participation with the 600 charging stations along all the highways and all these things. These are the major plans of the Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation to meet the demand and to increase the renewable energy share in the power sector, to maintain the to manage the ecosystem of this one. These are the things to address this one. So I hope I have covered all the aspects of the solar PV requirement, development, current scenario, and our action plan, and Telangana prospect to understand by the Vagdev Engineering College students. Anybody requires any further help, you may contact at the mail ID SC, and SC means solar energy. SC at the rate tsredco.telangana.gov.in. You can write any requirement, any further clarification. Anybody is interested to have the information, so that you can write to that above mail. So that definitely I am assuring to give from our side. We will extend the help to and to clear the doors. These are the things. So I thank you very much for giving this opportunity for the organizers, college management, students, and everyone. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. So, on the behalf of students, I will ask only one query to you.
Sure,
And
thank
first
you.
of all, I would like to appreciate the huge achievement and the work that TS Redco is doing continuously after the formation of Government of Telangana. And of course, we have seen the implementation all around the Hyderabad and other cities and other remote areas also. And I request the students also to go through the TS Redco website to see the progress and the achievements and the work they are doing. So the question to you, sir, is that, so all these students are very young, and some want to be entrepreneur, and mostly people want to go for career, want to be an employee. So as we hear much about IT, so IT is very much active in Telangana. So whether the student is from mechanical or electrical, most of the people has the aim to go to IT. So what are the opportunities? So what are the job opportunities the students, engineering students have in this sector? as we have a lot of progress. So what are the opportunities there?
Yeah, thank you, madam. That's a good question. Actually, this definitely this renewable energy is going to play a major role in future, because this already our honorable prime minister has announced that by 2070 they wanted to close down the shut down the all the thermal power plants, all the thermal power plant. They wanted to manage with the completely environmental support energy programs only, power generation programs only. So that definitely that solar power plants role will be there, and other municipal solid waste management plants, mini hyders. These plays will play a major role. That at the same time, some of the now present everybody's developers or governments, they have a doubt that sun will be available daytime only, nighttime how to maintain that, how to maintain the grid. Suppose nighttime again thermal power is required. These are the things to address all the things. Know that different concepts are there day to day in the worldwide. At present, there definitely that without the thermal, we cannot maintain the grid very effectively. There's no doubt at all. So that daytime sun, solar power will be there. By evening, by 5 o'clock, solar power. So from 5,000 megawatt to it will come to the zero. And daytime at the same time. Afternoon, if we see 11 to 2 o'clock, that will be peak generation will be there from the solar perspectives. Where that automatically by 5 o'clock it will come to the zero. By that time, again that thermal power plant, thermal generation, it has to be go from 30% to 90%. This is the grid maintenance is the very difficult issue. This one to address this one next in future that pumped storage projects also is coming. Suppose hydropower generation. Now this the Sri Salem power project is there. What will do? Daytime when solar power. Nowadays, you know that solar power is the very cheaper of the power generation cost. Once upon, suppose if you go back to the 2008 or 9, that solar power generated unit cost is 17 rupees, whereas thermal generation cost is 2 rupees 50 paisa that day in 2008. Right now, thermal power generation cost is 3 rupees 50 paisa to 4 rupees 50 paisa, whereas solar generation cost is 1 rupee 50 paisa to maximum 2 rupees 50 paisa. So suppose in case of RE share is increased, the day generation is more, means that what will do, that reverse pumping will be done through the hydro pumped storage. Whenever excess generation is there, more than demand, with that power will be utilized to reverse pumping the water to the reverse. From suppose example, if you take Sri Salem power project is there, suddenly day demand is reduces, what happens? Immediately they start the reverse pumping, so that water will be pumped back, and in the night peak hours that water will be released to the down, so that power will be generated to meet the demand of the peak hours. That is the systems. So, like that, now the SCADA system is improved, that every minute that scheduling also, forecasting technology is also very much improved right now, so that when rain will come, when wind will come, when sun will be available, all these maintaining the effective systems are in future. But right now also it is there, but it has to be improved further. Within 2-3 years, we are going to expect this one effectively managing all the forecastings, making schedules very effectively, so that definitely this future is for the RE, no doubt at all. Employment opportunities will be there, entrepreneur opportunities will be there. Suppose example, if you take this one, Telangana TS Redco means, I am in the field from the last 3 decades. I am in the renewable energy working. I am the employee of the TS Redco. As the assistant engineer, I have joined here. Right now, I am the general manager. From last 30 years, I am working with this organization. In the beginning, this solar only will have a entrepreneurs. Only 2-3 people will be there. That time, only solar lanterns program, only off-grid systems, solar lanterns, solar street lighting. that will be compulsory, that battery bank is required. But right now, with integration of the grid, there is no requirement of the batteries. There is no need of maintenance. There is no need of replacement. Once if we install the system, that will work for the next 25 years. There will not be any moving parts. There will not be any exhaust to these things. So that day to day, there's demand is coming. Now nearly 500 entrepreneurs is working with the TS Redco. If you go to our website also, that vendors registration will be there. Under off-grid systems, 200 members will be there. Under on-grid systems, nearly 250 vendors are registered with this one. So that definitely there is, without the subsidy also, it is viable to the everybody. Even suppose even solar right now is the subsidy is only available for the domestic sector, but even the commercial sector subsidy is though not available, that is very economical, because if we have the system, one kilowatt system is installed, 50,000 rupees is coming. With that, every day with the 1 kilowatt system, 120 units is generated. Per month, 120 units will be generated. For year, if you take the average, that is 1500 units generation will be there from the 1 kilowatt system. 1500 into 9 rupees is the present charging under LT category, above the 200 units for the DISCOM. 1500 into 9, if you take, what is the cost, madam? Within 3-4 years, that payback will be there. Definitely, without the subsidy also, definitely it's going to be viable economically to this one. Definitely, that's is a day-to-day growth sector, no doubt at all. And the renewable, so not only solar, wind is also there. Wind now it's the onshore, it is there. In future, it's coming to the offshore projects also is there. Next, further, I forgot one thing to tell, floating solar also, because now floating solar is also, now we have did survey in the Maner reservoir, lower Maner, mid Maner, and the Kaleshwaram reservoirs. All these things we have made survey. This in the mid Maner is the 500 megawatt scope is there. Lower Maner 500 megawatt scope is there, and Kaleshwaram projects nearly 1500 megawatts scope is there. With the lift irrigation, now we are requiring nearly 7,000 megawatts for the lift irrigation of the Kaleshwaram. We have created the demand recently. Just that 7,000, we can meet the demand from the floating solar also. Floating solar right now is the cheaper than the systems installed on the ground mount also. And again, because that land cost, we know that's increasing in every nook and corner of the once upon that's 4 or 5 years go back. If we go this one, that land cost will be available for the just only 50,000 to 2 lakh rupees between in the remote areas. Even right now, if you go for the Adilabad district also, in the remote areas also, if you go, that land is not available, not less than the 6-7 lakhs. So that is not feasible for the economical to the ground mount solar system. But if you take up this one under water bodies, if you take the solar systems for the megawatt scale, there is multiple advantages are there that can avoid the evaporation of water losses, so that cost will be, land cost will not be there. So that is also one of this one. So in the prospective worldwide, that is in future, that's completely is renewable energy is going to the dominate, and that give the solution to all the environmental issues. So that definitely it is advantage, no doubt. That is the madam. Any further?
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I'm very much surprised and happy to know that 25% share we are giving it from the renewable energy to our power. For that reason only, I think we don't have power cuts for a very long time. And as you said, 500 vendors are registered at the TS Redco. As 500 vendors means they need skilled power also.
Right, exactly.
So a lot of skilled power, means skilled manpower who are trained in this sector is very much required in the coming years and right now also. So as the way TS Redco is working, so a lot of skilled power is required, what I understood.
Yeah, right. That's why we have a shortage of the skilled manpower in the to attend the solutions of the for the solar systems. We are conducting one program is also that's Government of India exclusively one skill development program is running with the different aspects. That's providing 3 months training, 4 months training to the engineering students, diploma engineering students, to create the manpower at the nook and corners of the every in India. That's also Government of India is giving already in programs. So that definitely there is a good program, good requirement also is there.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. So all our students wants to have a photograph online. So just give us 5 minutes. They will come online. They will show their face and we take a screen print.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity for TS Redco to emphasize, to inform all the developments, prospects, status, and planning this one. Thank you once again to giving the opportunity and patient listening of the students also. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Please come on. Please come online and take a photo. Please on your cam fast. Don't take much time. So time is very precious. Please do it fast. Please, students, do it fast. If you can hear me, do it fast. Log in fast and
cameras on చేయమని ఒకసారి అందరి కెమెరాస్ ఆన్ చేయాలి ఒకసారి తీసుకుంటారు రెడీగా ఉన్నాను క్యాప్చర్ చేయడానికి క్లాస్ మొత్తం చెప్పు లేస్ మొత్తం చెప్పండి
sir, maybe they are having some technical issue, I think. So
Okay,
thank you very
madam.
much, sir.
Thank
Thank you very
you.
much for your precious time.
Thank you. Thank you all.